Question: is Elephant Money the DeFi bank that crypto needs? It's time to take a look at this protocol that is starting to make a comeback. Also, on a personal note, it's time to see if DeFi and crypto can have a positive impact on real-world issues. You see that elephant in the thumbnail you clicked? It's not any old elephant. That's my girl. More on actual elephants a little bit later. Let's first look at Elephant Money and see how it can become your new bank and possibly solve real-world issues at the same time. G'day DeFi family, my name is Bruce. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my DeFi Life, a channel dedicated to unbanking you and me from the corrupt world of fiat, and the sooner the better. Quick note though, you know the drill, not financial advice. Do your own research. Gotta say that, you know. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button, smash that like button. Helps me with the algorithm, you know. Cheers, guys. With all the tomfoolery of FTX and all the other CeFi exchanges starting to fall like flies, kind of mirroring the mind of Tyler Durden, it's only fitting that we see DeFi come to the forefront of people's minds as we start to see the exact problems that crypto was designed to solve. Whether it is Elephant Money, Drip Network, Animal Farm, or any other DeFi play that is launched in the near future, eventually the tide will turn for decentralized finance as the world wakes up to the scam that traditional and centralized finance is. I had wanted to get into Elephant Money much earlier in the year, but after the liquidity hack, I had waved it off. But now Trunk is starting to climb back to peg, and now with the farms about to launch, it is definitely time to start to plan my investment. Now there are many aspects to Elephant Money. It's quite a complicated protocol with complicated tokenomics. I'm not going to cover the whole protocol in this video. I'm just going to do a quick intro on how you can invest in Elephant Money. I'm going to talk quickly about the Elephant token, the store of value. I'm going to talk about Trunk token, stable coin. And I'm going to talk about staking versus bonding, as well as Elephant Farms, which have just launched today. So let's get into it. Okay, here we are on the Elephant Money website. Now, I'm going to keep this simple because there are some pretty complicated tokenomics going on behind the scenes with Elephant Money. But for new people coming on board, I just want to keep this simple just to make sure that people can understand the very, very basic idea of investing in Elephant Money. So from the very beginning on the website, we have Buy Elephant, we have Farm Blue Chips, and we have Mint Trunk. So I believe the farms have just launched probably in the last 24 hours. So this is going to be new to me as it will be to you as well. So the three links at the top, we have Buy Elephant, and Elephant is the store of value token, native token for Elephant Money. And Mint Trunk, Trunk is the stable coin pegged to $1 on Elephant Money. But currently Trunk is below peg, and the reason for that is the exploit that happened a few months back to Elephant Money, which caused Trunk to lose peg with the dollar. But if we have a look at the chart right now, Trunk has started to move back towards peg. And as you can see, Trunk was down below or around 19 cents just a few weeks ago. It's now moved up to 40 cents. I believe this might be due to the announcement of the farms coming, and those farms have just launched today. So potentially Trunk could move back to peg within the next few weeks. If that happens, then Elephant Money, Trunk, and now the farms will start producing a lot more yield for you. So not financial advice, but with the farms launching today and Trunk looking like it's going to move back towards peg, possibly a good idea to get in early before that starts happening. Let's just have a quick look at Buy Elephant. Now if you go over to the Buy Elephant section, you can buy with Bertha. Now if you buy Elephant on the Elephant Money website, it's more beneficial to the ecosystem because some of the funding or some of the fees go towards the treasury of the Elephant Money. So now with the token Elephant for Elephant Money being the native store of value, people can also receive passive rewards just by holding the token in their wallet. So if you go over to the white paper, we have a little breakdown of Elephant Money or the Elephant token. Holders of Elephant will receive passive rewards from simply holding the token in their wallet, as every transaction, buy, sell, and transfer has a 10% fee, 5% which is distributed evenly to all existing token holders, and 5% is added towards token liquidity. In addition, Elephant stored in the treasury is also used to generate yield for managed redemption of the Trunk stablecoin. So as you can see, buying and holding Elephant token will reward you in passive income gains just by holding the token. So let's go have a look at Trunk and Stampede. So if we click on Trunk and Stampede, now Trunk, like I said, is the stable coin pegged to $1 for Elephant Money, but currently, as I mentioned earlier, it's not pegged to $1. So as you can see, if the bonds and the staking, the APR is quite low, and that is because the peg is below $1. But when Trunk gets back to $1, these APRs should increase, so the return on your rewards will be exponential. So if you buy and stake Trunk, you have two options. Very similar to Drip, you have one option here, which is staking Trunk, and you have another option, which is Stampede or bonding Trunk. Now the first one here is staking Trunk. The APR is a lot lower. The reason for this is you can stake your Trunk, but you can also withdraw your stake. It's not locked permanently. So if you stake your Trunk, which I've done here, I've got 69 Trunk staked, and here's my rewards. It's currently earning 35% APR. So of course that's low because Trunk is below peg. And also I can remove the stake at any time. So I can withdraw my deposit. Unlike Drip, you cannot withdraw. But the bond is very similar to Drip. If you bond your Trunk in the Stampede, then you cannot withdraw your bond, but you're getting a higher APR. And of course, if you roll over your rewards every day, you're going to get a much higher APY. So the staking and the bonding works exactly the same way as Drip does. Instead of hydrate, it's called roll. So we can roll our rewards back into our deposits. Over here on the bond section, you have the same option, roll your rewards back into your deposit, or you can claim and sell if you like. So for me, it's kind of like having another faucet, a second, third faucet here on Elephant Money. It's a good time to diversify, especially in this time where the market is so volatile at the moment. So now, how are the rewards calculated for these staking and bond pools? Let's have a quick look at the white paper. If you go here, the rewards section, rewards are dividends paid out as Trunk by the Elephant Money stable dividend pool by the minute. 1% of the dividend pool from the bond float is paid out daily. Payouts received are proportionate to the deposited amount of a participant and the total stake percentage of the supply. Rewards also can be rolled, claimed, withdrawn, or left to accumulate over time. There is no additional transaction fee for claiming your rewards into your wallet. So here it gives you a little calculation of what your rewards will be based on the percentage you hold, and you can go over here on the website. Currently my stake of 69 Trunk is 0.001%. So obviously I'm not going to be getting a huge amount of rewards with that percentage, but I think what I'm going to be doing is DCAing every week into this Trunk staking pool, and I'll probably put some into the farms and start receiving some Trunk that way, so I can claim those rewards and put those back into this staking pool and start building up, so that when Trunk hits peg, these APRs can be a lot higher, and hopefully I would have staked quite a lot of amount of Trunk. There is a mint option down here for minting Trunk, but I do not recommend minting Trunk right on the website right here now. Only mint Trunk when it's pegged to the dollar. If you mint Trunk here, it will be beneficial to the ecosystem, but because Trunk is not pegged to the dollar, you'll be minting Trunk for $1 when it's currently only about 40 cents. So I recommend going to PancakeSwap and minting Trunk on PancakeSwap, coming back to the Trunk page and deciding where you want to stake your Trunk, whether it's in the staking pool when you can withdraw your initial stake, or whether it's in the bonding pool where you can get higher yield and higher APY, but you cannot withdraw your initial investment. Here we have the Herd Partner Network. If you like, we have the partner program. It's very similar to Drip. This is completely voluntary. You do not have to have a partner in the program. I've decided to join someone who I like and trust, and I know will be giving good rewards to myself and my downline. If you wish to join the herd and be my partner, my wallet address is in the description of this video. All you need to do is copy that address, paste it here, and hit update. Every time you make a deposit or you roll over your investment here, 1% is divided between myself and yourself. So I get 0.5% of your deposit and you get 0.5% of your deposit. So we split the 1% 50-50. So it's kind of a win-win situation there. So if you do join my herd with Team DeFi Life, I'll be giving regular airdrops the same way I do with Drip. So for anyone who's interested in joining my herd, the address is in the description below, and that is how you do it. So let's have a quick look at the farms. Now these farms have just launched, as far as I know. So I'm going to be learning as much as you're going to be learning. So we're going to be learning on the go right now. So I'm going to go through the farms real quick, and we're going to try and explain them the best I can, to my knowledge. So here you will see it explains the Elephant Money farms are a zero-fee, high-yield, trustless savings and income portfolio system. Pair Trunk with your favorite assets to farm Trunk with zero and permanent loss. Withdraw your principal risk-free at any time. So what that means is if you pair Trunk with any of your favorite coins like Bitcoin, BUSD, and Ethereum, you're not actually creating an LP. You're depositing half in Bitcoin, for example, and half in Trunk. If you decide to withdraw, you can withdraw at any time without any fees. You're withdrawing the same amount of Bitcoin you deposited, whether it's 6 months, 1 year, 2 years later. It is not deposited as an LP like in traditional farms. So there's no impermanent loss. Your farm value is based on the Trunk value times 2, and the APR currently is 50% APR. The APR is peg adjustable, so if the Trunk token is not pegged to the dollar, it adjusts the APR accordingly. Now these farms are 10x, and the APR is based on the value of the Trunk token multiplied by 12.5%. So currently, the value of the Trunk token is 40 cents, around about 40 cents. So 40 cents by 12.5 is about 50% APR. And you'll see when Trunk gets back to peg at $1, it will be a 10 times multiplier. So 10 times 12.5%, because the Trunk is at peg, is 125%. So you're earning 125% on your blue chips. Where there's no impermanent loss, there's no fee to deposit and withdraw, and you're earning based on 2 times the amount of Trunk you deposit. So with each farm, you can see here the total value locked with each farm for all participants. So here I have 439,000 BUSD and 1 million Trunk, 2.4 Bitcoin and 90,000 Trunk, 42.2 ETH and 111,000 Trunk. So all these farms have been launched today within the last 24 hours and already starting to fill up. At the top here, we have participants in the farms, total volume locked, and the current price of Trunk. So let's have a look at BUSD Trunk. When you first open up one of these farms, it'll ask you to approve the farm. So let's just quickly approve that. Once that is approved, approval complete, you'll be then given the option to deposit, claim, withdraw, and revoke. Obviously, you haven't deposited anything yet. So if you make a deposit, it will then ask you to split 350 BUSD with the same value of Trunk. So you just got to make sure you have the same value of Trunk to BUSD that you want to deposit. Now, like I said before, the blue chip that you decide to deposit along with Trunk, you're not going to have any impermanent loss on that blue chip. So whatever amount you put in, whether it's 1 Bitcoin or $200 BUSD, that will be what you withdraw when it comes time to withdraw your deposit. Right now, there's a fantastic opportunity to get into the farms with Trunk being below peg, because if you get into the farms now, when Trunk gets back to peg, not only will you be getting 2.5 times your initial investment in the farms, you'll also be earning yield on 2 times the amount of Trunk in your farms. So if you get in now, when Trunk is at 40 cents and Trunk hits peg, you're going to be earning exponential amount of yield on your investment. So not financial advice, but for me, I'm going to get into the farms now, and I'm going to look at getting in with possibly BUSD and possibly Matic. So I'm going to go off and buy Trunk on Pancake Swap. So let's go in BUSD. So let's go with $50 BUSD and earning 122 Trunk. Swap. Confirm swap. So I've got my BUSD and Trunk. I'm going to deposit into the BUSD Trunk farms. So before I swapped $50 for 122 Trunk. So I'm going to do $50 BUSD, and it tells me I need 122.7 Trunk. So it's just under. So I'm going to do 49. So I'm going to do $49.80, which is 122.29 Trunk, which I have here, and I'm going to deposit that. So you go through and deposit your BUSD and Trunk. Now, like I said before, it's not an LP, it's not creating an LP, it's actually depositing them separately into these farms. So you do not have any impermanent loss regardless of what price Trunk gets to. Okay, that was successful. Transaction complete. So as you can see at the top of the farm, it tells you the Trunk value of your actual deposit. So 244 Trunk value is the $50 BUSD or $49 BUSD. And 122 Trunk. So it gives you the value in Trunk. So if you are invested in multiple farms, at the top here, it will give you your values all calculated together. And these are the values of everyone who is participating in the farms at the top here. So as you can see, the vaults here, only your keys can deposit and withdraw directly to an immutable vault. Funds are stored in dedicated asset silos, owned and whitelisted only to the vault. There is zero administrative access to the funds in the vault, so it means no one can access your funds that you've deposited in these farms. Only you can do that with your keys. So these funds cannot be reappropriated elsewhere, like in centralized exchanges, example FTX. For anyone who wants more details on Elephant Money, I recommend going through the entire white paper, reading it from top to bottom. Also, spend some time on the website, checking it out for yourself. Do your own research. This is not financial advice. I will be doing follow-up videos and diving into each area of this website in more detail, but that is just my quick overview of Elephant Money. Now that you've come this far in my Elephant Money overview, it is time to see how I will be using this protocol to solve real-world problems. For the last 10 years, I've been living on the island of Sumatra, Indonesia, working with and creating elephant conservation programs, and also documenting the plight of the last remaining elephants on the island of Sumatra. This is one of my photos documenting the elephants of Sumatra. I'm really proud of my photography, and I have links to the NFT galleries in the description of this video. So for me, Elephant Money is a long-term play, and with my investment, I hope to build up enough deposits in order to fund the continuation of my conservation efforts through the earned dividends. You can also play a part if you think this is a worthy enough cause by voluntarily partnering with me in the herd with Elephant Money, which will help with my efforts to raise the funding to finish what I started and help bring more light to the plight of these amazing animals. How crazy would it be for a crypto and DeFi protocol named Elephant Money to be directly enriching the lives of their namesake in real life? Okay guys, thanks for getting to the end of the video. I appreciate your time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, smash that notification button. Don't forget, look after yourselves guys, because I love you. Talk to you soon. Cheers.